Welcome to the Behind the Bench Sports Network. This is the Kobe Bryant Film Room, and I wanted to have a conversation with you guys today about greatness. I've been thinking about it since yesterday. It's been on my mind, and I woke up this morning thinking about what is greatness as well. A lot of people, we can look at numbers, we can look at the championships, we can look at MVPs, we can look at the defensive teams, defensive player of the year. We can look at all these accolades, right? We can look at all these accomplishments. But what is true greatness, right? True greatness to me: perseverance, leadership, honor, integrity, right? Passion, hard work, right? Staying in the gym long hours when everybody leaves, right? Culpability, taking blame, taking responsibility for those actions. Playing through injury, right? When the pain gets to you, you stay out there and you play and you suck it up. You know what I'm saying? Or you come back from an injury as quick as possible in order to give your team a win, right? Those things are just a few things that show greatness, right? How about the memories? Providing people with memories, moments, right? Moments that people will never forget, right? Improving your game, working on all areas to where you literally have no weaknesses, right? Dominance, dominating the game, right? Fear, right? The respect, because all fear is really respect that people have for you as a basketball player. Fear, that's a big one, y'all. Championships are the hardest thing to win in basketball. So being a champion is greatness. It's another level of greatness. And I'm not saying you have to win 9, 10 championships or 6 or 5, but being a champion, crossing that line to being a winner, right? It's hard to do. It's incredibly hard to do, right? And as I think of Kobe Bryant, Kobe's been taking a lot of shots from people. But when I think of Kobe Bryant is greatness. How do you know? When Kobe got in the league, he had to earn his spot, right? He had to earn playing time from Del Harris, coming behind 2 All-Stars, right? He had his battles with Shaq on the team for supremacy of the Lakers. So he wanted to be respected and he wanted to be more of a leader on that team. He had to fight for that. He had to fight the sexual assault case, right? He had to persevere through that. He had to persevere through taking the blame for Shaq leaving, even though he wasn't the reason Shaq left. Um, he had to fight through injuries his first finals, right? He wasn't even supposed to play in the series. Had to come back, had to persevere and come back, hobbled on one leg practically to help his team win, right? Went through a stretch of time where he didn't, he wasn't, he didn't have a championship contending team. What did he do? He worked harder. He went to work out with Hakeem Olajuwon, right? He went to work out with Hakeem Olajuwon, went to work and fine-tune his game to where he gave you some of the greatest offensive explosions in NBA history. What's greatness? Multiple months where he averaged 40 points per game, right? One of the few players in NBA history, I think it's Wilt and Kobe, who averaged 40 for a month multiple times. I think Kobe did it 4 times. And this is when Shaq went out. Then he had to sacrifice his game when Shaq came back. Right? What's greatness? Greatness is losing MVPs when you knew you should have won. Not complaining, not putting your head down, but coming back and winning the championships 2 out of 3 times. Greatness is making it to the Olympics, where the Olympic team needed you in order to win, and you led them to victory by not only defending the other team's best player, not only providing leadership, but hitting the clutch shots, the daggers, right? Bringing the fire, bringing the work ethic, bringing the competitiveness, raising everybody's game, because everybody knew in order to keep up with you, they had to bring it. They had to bring it, y'all. Greatness is coming back from an Achilles injury, right? Not knowing you're going to be the same. Greatness is guaranteeing the Lakers a playoff spot when it looks like you guys ain't going to make it. Playing point guard, right? Guarding point guards at an older age, right? Having one of the greatest seasons of your careers when your back's against the wall. Clutch shot after clutch shot after clutch shot, right? Greatness is knowing that your season is over, going to the free throw line and cashing in. Greatness is fighting your way all the way back, and then your last game, you drop 60 based off just pure will, right? Greatness is when we sit back and we look at your career and your peers say you're the greatest Laker. That's true greatness. Greatness is even coming off the bench and with the Achilles injury, you're still one of the top ranked all-time scorers in NBA history. Right? So, when you think about Kobe, a lot of people have a lot to say about his career. But when you think about Kobe's career is unbreakable. It's not going nowhere. It's indestructible. It won't be moved. It can't be moved. It can't be put to the side. He passed all the tests. He passed every test he took in order to come to the top. See, Kobe doesn't have the media backing. Kobe doesn't have the media. He doesn't have the NBA, right? He never got the promotion, right? And he never got his just due after 2010 when he celebrated his championship. They just moved on, right? But when you pause and you remember all those moments in time, the 50-point games, the 60-point games, the 40-point games, nobody ever brings that up as part of the greatness. How many 50-point games you have, how many 40-point games you have, how many 30-point games you have, how many 60-point games you have. Hell, how many 81-point games did you have? Right? Playing through injury in the NBA Finals. Playing through injury in the playoffs. Winning with a broken finger. Nobody ever talks about it with Kobe Bean Bryant. Kobe won with a broken finger, a bum ankle, and a bum knee. And people are stuck on field goal percentage. And he led both teams in scoring. And he out-rebounded Kevin Garnett. So, one thing about Kobe's career is that they nitpick him. But even when you nitpick him, he's the only player in NBA history to win without a top 75 player. Right? They came up with the top 75. We didn't. We're just going off their list. So what's greatness? Being able to raise your fingers and have a ring all on one hand. Right? A ring on every finger. What's greatness? The impact globally that Kobe had on other athletes. The impact that Kobe had on the WNBA for the women's game. The love, the adoration, all of it. What's greatness? A statue in front of Staples with 2 more coming. What's greatness? 2 jerseys retired in the rafters, 8 and 24, where people argue which one was better. 2 Hall of Fame careers, 1 man. So the greatness of Kobe Bryant on the basketball court cannot be questioned, no matter how many slings and arrows and dirt people try to throw on his name. You can't stop it. It's unshakable. Kobe's undefeated in Olympic play. He's 5-2 in the finals. Kobe is the second, let me repeat this, scoring outburst and the highest in modern history with his 81-point game. Kobe scored 62 points in 3 quarters and sat down. He has the respect for fans across the world, and most importantly, he has the respect from people he played against. And that's all that matters. So, people could go on Vlad TV and talk all day about Kobe and what he used to do and how many women he had on the side. People could go on these talk shows and try and smear his name and say, oh, he doesn't belong in the conversation. He's not relevant, blah, blah, blah. He's gone. We should move on. People could say, I was his friend. So, yeah, I'm just speaking as a friend. And they could say all this stuff. But at the end of the day, he checks all the boxes. Skill, will, scoring, defense, perseverance, leadership, passion. He checks all the boxes. So the question is, how many other players check all those boxes? One man comes to mind, and that's Michael Jeffrey Jordan. But other than that, who checks all those boxes? Let me add this. He won in the most competitive conference in NBA history. Not just one. He dominated the most competitive conference in NBA history. The Wild Wild West. Beating the most 50-win teams in NBA history before he got to the finals. Beat what most people consider a super team. Right? So Kobe solidified while other people ran away. Kobe stayed. Did he think about leaving? Sure. But he stayed. Kobe stayed and he put on his jersey and he got to work. Right? Swimming with the great white sharks. You know what I'm saying? So Kobe was an inspiration, a basketball savant, a legend in the highest order. And to me, nobody tops Kobe Bean Bryant. Only one man has the skill, the will, and determination on that level, and that's Michael Jordan. Right? So, I wanted to remind everybody what greatness is, because greatness isn't just playing on winning teams. Greatness is the impact. Greatness is the work. Greatness is the will, the fire, the hard work, the dedication. Right? The first one in the gym, last one to leave. Right? Greatness is your teammates seeing you drenched out in sweat, and it's your second and third workout before they even woke up. Greatness is always being the example. The Mamba mentality is not just for basketball. It's for life. Being the best version of yourself every day, or working towards it every day. That's greatness. That's greatness. Striving for perfection, knowing that you'll never reach it. But anyways, this is the Kobe Bryant Film Room. I figured I'd remind people what greatness is, because a lot of people either never seen it or forgot. And so people have to understand, overcoming all these odds that he overcame. Right? So when we talk about the greatest players, you have to overcome the greatest odds, the greatest obstacles, you know? Right? You have to be one of the greatest winners. You have to be one of the greatest competitors. You have to be one of the greatest skilled players. One of the greatest defenders, right? All of that combined, right? With a bring it on type attitude. But anyways, this is Kobe Bryant Film Room. Remember, y'all think about in y'all mind greatness. Greatness. The intangibles of basketball. The respect. The impact on people's lives. Remember that, y'all. And Kobe Bryant will forever be remembered. So all these people trying to work for all these different organizations to belittle him, the people who saw Kobe, remember what they saw. The older fans, remember what they saw. But anyways, this is Kobe Bryant Film. We're going to figure out add that, because there's been an effort to try and erase Kobe. And I woke up with this on my mind. So subscribe to Kobe Bryant Film Room. Subscribe to the Behind the Bench Sports.